Good afternoon. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, I'm off mute now. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You may have heard the news already about TPS and the Supreme Court and how that affects people who have TPS and trying to get the green card, apply for adjustment of status. Now, I want to give you some. So if you have TPS, this live show is definitely for you. We're here to be upfront, be transparent, and share the real news. Okay. So you could have heard this already, but I want to go a little bit more detailed and explain what's going on. So the Supreme Court about 2 days ago issued a decision that is not positive. Okay. It's not positive for immigration. And this is what has been going on. I want to share a story. And we have many clients who have TPS status, temporary protected status, and ask us, John, can we apply for adjustment of status to get the green card? I said, okay, number one, did you enter with a visa? Because the government wants to know three things. Number one, were you inspected and admitted into the country? Which means, did you enter with a visa? Of course, so that's number one. Now, number two, so usually anyone that has TPS did not enter America with a visa. It's very rare in that situation. If you have, then that might work out for you. But most people that have TPS did not enter with a visa, right? Then number two is, do you have a bona fide relationship? It could be through a spouse. It could be through one of your other family members. No, it cannot be an uncle or auntie. It has to be an immediate relative or maybe a brother or sister. And of course, there's other requirements if it's based on family preference. However, what you need to know is the third one also, and if you were admissible. So we want to make sure you're not inadmissible. So I know this can probably sound a little bit confusing. What I like to share is inadmissibility are basically reasons for the legal reasons for the government to say, look, you're not qualified to obtain residency, permanent resident status. And one example is, like, you may have heard President Trump talk about this all the time, public charge. President Biden rescinded Trump's definition of public charge. So there still is public charge. It's not discriminatory like how Trump was trying to do it. Another reason that's very common is certain crimes. Not all crimes are created equal, but there are many types of crimes that can affect someone's eligibility, whether they're qualified or not, to apply for residency. Okay, so there's many other reasons. I'll share one more, and that's if someone has misrepresented to the government. Okay, you do not want to lie, and even if you didn't directly lie to the government, they can infer a lie, infer a misrepresentation. So you want to make sure you tell the truth. Of course, that's number one. From the day that you enter, even before you enter the U.S., because if you had applied for a visitor visa before, I've had some clients that it did look a little shady and said, look what happened here, So we definitely talk about that before we file for adjustment. So I just want to give you some context, give you some historical context, the three main eligibility situation here, requirements. But the first one is what the Supreme Court is focused on, okay, to determine whether TPS by itself is considered admission, basically taking the place as if it was a visa. So you may have heard of people so that's one of the arguments, okay, that is the argument that the Supreme Court said, no, TPS is not considered a visa. They did not address whether if you have TPS, but then you apply for advanced parole, basically travel permission, if you had returned or just left America after you were approved for advanced parole, if that is considered admission when you came back with that advanced parole, right? There is a administrative appeals office case that says no, that is not considered admission either. But the Supreme Court has not directly answered that, okay? They've only answered whether TPS by itself, without advanced parole, if that is admission, and they said no. So we've had several people consult with us, have a discussion with us, and share that, and they're maybe they're holding off applying and just want to wait to see what the heck was going on about the Supreme Court decision. I remember we just had a consultation about it last week. So I said, let's hold on. For example, this person lived in Florida, and this person had mentioned, oh, their friend or someone they know was able to get it and have TPS. But that's probably because in that case, every immigration fact is different than yours. So if someone has obtained status and you're wondering, well, how the heck did that person get it? If now you're telling me, no, that's not the case. Well, honestly, maybe he or she got lucky, but it will come back to bite him or her in the future, because when you apply to remove your conditions or apply for naturalization and become a U.S. citizen, they will review your case again to see. So even if USCIS did it wrong, incorrectly, erroneously, they can rescind your status. So you want to make sure it's done correctly, okay, to prevent any headache in the future. We're here to solve your immigration problem, friends. I have more to share, but let's see here. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for sharing our channel to your friends. And our number's right here, okay? 346-330-5888. You can text us. Our CARES team will find a time that you're available so we can chat. Otherwise, if you're at a computer, please fill out the intake form down below in the description box. It starts with Ting Law. That definitely will save you time and ourselves some time, because we do get a lot of calls, and we do have to make some callbacks because we're hiring more people to answer the phone. So we greatly appreciate our CARES team. Let's see here. But what else do I want to share? To get that, we do offer free 15-minute preliminary discussion, okay? It's not always with me. It could be one with one of our other attorneys or with our CARES team. But you do need to share this secret code, green card guys, okay? It's not so secret. Probably you could have guessed it without me sharing it, but please share that. If you don't share it, then you have to definitely pay it, because we want to provide an offer for YouTube subscribers, Facebook followers, benefit to you because you've been watching our channel, so we greatly appreciate it. So anyway, back to TPS. Okay, so it's very important to be careful if you have TPS, because at the end of the day, our law firm, we're very careful to make sure you're eligible, because at the end of the day, you are paying not only attorney's fees but government fees. So even if you're filing by yourself, that's fine. But I don't want you to pay government fees if you're not eligible. So make sure you're eligible. That's very important. Okay, let's see what else to share with that. TPS. Oh, you may have already heard, but yeah, Burma or people from Burma, they can apply for TPS. Okay, there's an initial filing window right now, so you need to apply. You may have also heard that Haiti, persons from the country of Haiti, was redesignated for TPS. So that's wonderful news. So even if you have TPS right now, I recommend applying again through this new designation. When they finally announce the filing window, we'll keep you updated, friends. So follow us on Instagram as well, or Facebook. We do provide really on a day-to-day basis some kind of tip or news that we may not have time to do a full video. Okay, so let me see so friends, we're here to solve your immigration problem. Let me see here. Okay, so what else? Oh, comments. Okay, we got some questions here. I see. Maybe you change your name. Nothing to lose. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's a good way to live. You don't want to have FOMO, fear of missing out. What if I already came 3 years ago and you're living in the US with TPS? Okay. So TPS is not a visa, by the way. I wish it was considered that. That would be great, but it's not a visa. It's only called temporary protected status. Because if it was considered visa, then that would be considered admitted and inspected, and you could adjust status. Okay, will you get green card or not? Well, just based on that information alone, nothing to lose. I wish I knew a first name or something, but there's actually a lot to lose if you leave the US. So I don't recommend leaving the US now that you're here for more than 1 year. Well, you have TPS, so that's good. But if you want to leave the US, nothing to lose. Apply for advanced parole, travel permission before you leave. Okay, that's very important. It takes at least 6 months for the USCIS to approve, minimum, okay? Sometimes it could be faster than others, but I wouldn't bank on that. Just plan for 6 months, okay? Because I share that because some people, you know, they're like, John, can I buy my plane ticket? I'm really itching to go, or a family member passed away, or unfortunately, or, you know, someone's getting married outside America. So you really need to, if you get the news that someone in your family or friends is getting married and they want you there, and you got TPS or you got DACA, apply for advanced parole as soon as possible, because again, it takes at least 5 months. All right. So nothing to lose. I need more information about your facts to answer your question if you're eligible for green card, okay? So fill out the intake form if you have time. It starts with Ting Law in the description box. Greatly appreciate it. Renan, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts, the 3 hearts. Thank you. You know what? I wish Google or something, you know, instead of stars, they could give us hearts. That is wonderful. Oh, shoot. I thought, okay. So T, any hopes for 11 million undocumented? Based on this Supreme Court case, no, unfortunately, but there could be another way. We're waiting to see based on the Supreme Court decision. We don't believe, we as in many immigration lawyers, I can't speak for everyone, but that it will not, the Supreme Court decision will not affect cases for those that already got the green card based on TPS before, okay? Because there is at least the Ninth Circuit, which I believe includes the state of Washington, state of California, and Oregon. The Ninth Circuit does allow TPS as admission, at least before the Supreme Court decision. Now with the Supreme Court case, a new one 2 days ago, I'm not too quite sure that Ninth Circuit could still follow it. I don't believe it can, because some Supreme Court rules now. So now, what happens now, okay? So it kicks it back to Congress. Congress, get it together, okay? T, I know you're asking, any hope? Talk to your politician, your elected official, even if you're undocumented, you're a resident or a citizen, you still can, even though you can't vote, okay, until you become a citizen, you can still talk to your politician, your elected official. You live in that district or that state. We do have resources on our website on how to find out who your elected official is. We got that link down below, friends. Contact them. If you need a letter, a sample letter, and you could modify it to your needs for immigration, we're happy to email you a copy, okay? It's very important. This is what America's about. This is why you want to live in America, right? Make it, of course, make a living, and be safe from persecution, and of course, you know, grow your family and just really in general, but have a better life, right? An easier life than most other countries. So, and of course, vote. You live in a democratic country, you know, especially you hear a lot of other countries right now having a lot of, you know, civil war, genocide in Ethiopia, the ethnic cleansing genocide in Ethiopia. It is very sad. So I know that's why many people want to live in America, leave to flee the persecution, okay, and have a better life. So that's what we're here to do in our channel, solve your immigration problem. Maybe you don't have a problem, but we want to prevent those problems if we can, okay, friends? So please give us a call if you have any questions. Tommy, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for commenting again. You came to the U.S. in F1 and was out of status in 2015. You got TPS the same year. Okay, great. And so can you adjust if currently on TPS? Because I legally, yes, that's right. You got F1. So that's good. So that's what I was mentioning. The rare situation, like I don't have a percentage, but the 1%, you know, of people that enter with a visa but now have TPS, yes, you can file for adjustment if you're eligible for the other things. You know, if you have a bona fide relationship, let's say you're married, for example, to a U.S. citizen or resident, then you can file. So Tommy, give us a call. I know you've commented before. I appreciate it. Or fill out the intake form down below so we can make sure that you're eligible on the other requirements. All right. But based on what you're saying, F1, that's good. Okay. You're eligible on adjustment on that. Okay. You're welcome, sir. T, you're welcome. Rick 4.0. When is the Federal Register be out for Haiti? Well, since they announced it about, I believe, a month, well, less than a month ago, so not too long ago, right? And we gave you up to date on that day that it was then announced. What, May 23rd or May 21st? It's crazy. I have that memory on those dates. So yeah, less than almost 2 weeks ago. So, and I know Burma just was posted in the Federal Register. So I believe, but when Burma was first announced, I believe it was at least 2 months before that. Okay. So just keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out for you. Okay. They don't let us know and like anticipated date. I didn't see anything pop up this week on that, but I would give it at least 1 or 2 months. Okay. I'm not quite too sure if there's a public comment period. I can't remember if they do require that, but if they want to be on the safe side, they always will do that. So if that's the case, then it's 60 days, okay, after announcement. Okay, so Rick, I hope that's helpful. Tommy, nothing to lose. I hope that was helpful. But that really wraps it up for today. But if anyone has any questions, please contact us, 346-330-5888. And we'll have another live update for you tomorrow, I believe at noon Central Time. Until next time, please continue wearing a mask. Take care.